We've got ourselves a show and massive technical problems.
Yeah.
What's so funny? Why are technical problems funny?
Because I've had to deal with them all day almost.
You are a technical problem.
How am I a technical problem, old man?
Old man? Listen here, you whippersnapper.
You're old enough to be her dad.
I am actually old enough to be her dad.
Yeah, you're old enough to be Kevin and I's dad, and Maya's dad as well.
Well, see, Kevin would be a stretch. I mean, I'd have had to have him at like 15. So
I need a 25-year-old one. The gaming one. Whatever.
Yeah. No, the other Kevin, I'd have had to been like 10. So.
No, like 4.
4?
Yeah.
Wait, because you're 36?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5. I would have had to been 5.
It's hosting time!
And welcome to the greatest show where we have technical problems and beautiful people, not necessarily in that order. I'm DJ, and I'm joined by Kevin, the man Kuick, playing video games. Say hi.
Hi. I'm not that Kevin.
No, you're not. Did we lose other Kevin?
I think so. I think he froze.
Yeah, he's dead frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
All right, well, we have the other Kevin, which is Metal Jesus.
The beautiful problem.
What? I had sugar, okay? I'm sugar high.
Whatever. We have Rachel. And
The technical person.
and me. Well, I have Tricia also, but we're finishing up the dog treats we were cutting today, so she'll be on with us in a little while. And for those that aren't paying attention or just joining us, we have structure. So I've built a list of topics for this week. I am also building a list of topics actively for next week. So some things I may migrate to next week. So like I may take one of the subjects I'm going to talk about tonight, the bullet journaling, and also do that next week again, because Bob will be with us next week. We will also have a special guest next week, Quinny, from the Periodic Table of Awesome podcast.
I need to watch that probably.
It's an audio, but yeah.
Or whatever. Listen or watch, I don't care.
Hey, come on now. So, I thought this thing told me how long we were recording. I guess that's not the case. All right, so let me bring up the old docs because I had none. Well, let's start with the one that Tricia was going to add but has not. What has everyone been? What has everyone watched or is watching this week?
American Gods.
Have you read the book?
Yes, I have.
No, I have not read the book, nor have I watched the show, but I know a lot about the book. So, does it follow the book fairly closely, or have they TV'd it up?
They followed it a lot. Like, they followed it closely. They've changed some stuff just because translation in media, but, it's been faithful otherwise.
Okay.
So I've got no complaints. I recommend it.
And I'm still working on Hawaii Five-0, sadly. Still working on it. Still.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh my. Oh my. We should be able to hear Maya now, I'm guessing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
About time.
Got a wicked echo.
I'm in the study again.
I'm going to have to ping old Mr. Kuick there to find out what's up with him. Do I have him on my phone? Probably not. So, tell us a little bit about American Gods, Mr. Lama.
follows like the mythology of like the old gods, like the old European and Russian and like the old world gods and how they came to America and how they've survived as mythological beings. It's basically Neil Gaiman doing Neil Gaiman.
Aside, I thought it was the like the mythological gods of old are different, and as time advances, new ones pop up, and that's what the American gods are.
Oh yeah, society changes and culture develops and morphs. Like they've developed like new gods. Like one of the new gods is media, and that's been like Marilyn Monroe and David Bowie as like an iconic figure of them. So it's been an interesting way that they've portrayed the concept.
You have totally gotten the interest of our just joining us with the David Bowie thing. And Kevin Kuick, your video started working again. So can you hear us just fine? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he doesn't live. He's not alive anymore.
Well, no, he moved. There he moved again. Can you hear us, Kevin?
And even if you can, do you care?
Do you care?
I don't think he gives a shit.
Come in, Kuick. Come in, Kuick.
I think he put us on mute.
I don't think he realizes he's not working anymore.
What?
Well, see, I sent him messages earlier. He didn't even look down, so I don't know how to fix this. I'll check to see if he's in my phone. I don't know if he's in my phone. Here we go. Can't interact with you. There, I sent a text to his phone.
And I see him reading it.
Can you hear us? You son of a bitch. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Oh. I knew it. I knew it. I'd like to say this doesn't happen very often, Maya, but it happens all the time.
Usually, chipmunk me does not happen that often unless I'm using.
It's only the second time that's happened, but that is so funny. I was in tears last time it happened.
Yeah, and then now I'm getting called what, Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, it's easier to say chip than chipmunk, I guess. I don't know. Because when I say Chippendale, everybody's mind immediately goes to the wrong thing.
I just think of the two
the
chipmunk
cartoon?
brothers.
Oh my. Oh God. We're gonna lose our feet. The cat's in the couch. I repeat, the cat is in the couch.
I don't
This is
understand
why I
that
don't
code
have
word.
cats.
That says the code book says launch the nukes.
Okay, so hi Kevin. Kevin.
Hello?
Hi. Hi.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You totally couldn't hear us. Why is there an echo now all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Oh.
Try something.
Hey DJ, don't we think we should get Maya talking?
I think we should. Get her going. I gotta.
Like, we need something for her to talk about.
What is she into? What are you into?
pretty much everything. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm like really nervous.
Why?
I don't know.
She's not used to this thing.
Don't be really nervous.
Don't be really nervous. We're all
okay. So the echo is not me.
The echo is not me.
And I've got headphones in.
I got him. Headphones in.
Let me try my headphones. Maybe it's on my end.
Could be.
So
Well, our topics tonight
tonight
should be able to
be able to
talk, though.
read the talk, though.
We still have echo.
Still have echo.
Other people try headphones too.
Other people try headphones
We've
too.
got Doctor Who on the
the
Lion Forge comic started a new superhero universe, which I now read the two issues.
The two issues.
Comic Day comic and the first superhero.
Other headphones biting?
No.
Hi, viewer.
I don't have headphones.
I don't have headphones.
No, they're broken.
I broke a pair on Thursday.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah, I broke a pair of my car doors.
Well, let me try. Here. Let's mute you. So now we can't hear. But that didn't fix it. Oh God, I don't know how to unmute him. Ah, crap. Unmute somebody. Oh. All right. No. This is Rachel anyway.
We definitely do.
There we go. I got Rachel.
Okay.
How about let's mute Ryan for a second. And then we'll talk. He's the echo.
Who's the echo?
Mine.
Stop.
So let's get technical here. I know that when I'm the cog, speakers are bouncing off of my going back to my microphone.
Now I can't even understand what you're saying.
Uh-oh.
It was something about him speaking and it bounces off a microphone or something?
Yes. So I broadcast from the laptop, and most of the time I got the laptop. So the sound is up back and forth. Anyway.
I guess it's been a night of technical difficulties.
This is like night of technical.
And this is why we need spot from Budweiser.
Yes, because then I could get everybody in. All right, so we're gonna have a terrible echo. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you just say nothing twice?
No, I said it 4 times.
Okay, Maya.
Yes.
Since the echo is as bad, see if you can find headphones. If not, we'll.
You're like the only person I can't understand. You keep breaking up.
It's probably because of the echo.
Probably because of the echo.
Somebody
Yeah.
say that to her.
Somebody say that to her.
It's because of the echo.
It's because of the echo.
Someone say that to her.
Someone say that to her.
Kevin, I'm gonna punch you.
Kevin, I'm gonna punch you in the head.
He's gonna punch me for
He's
saying
gonna
that.
punch me for saying that.
What, you gonna punch him with the kidney?
Punch him with the kidney?
All right, so let's pop up the control panel.
Control panel.
Echo first. There we go. Yes. Technical problems suck. Yeah, the whole echo would cut me out, I guess. I don't know. Others out too. Possibly.
Maybe. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, we know.
Because I'm not a techie.
Well, after seeing your chemistry project, I completely agree.
I'm more of a science person.
No, that's not praise.
what? Oh, you mean the geology one?
Oh, geology. Wait, no. The one with the big cardboard thing about peppermint and.
Okay, that was chemistry.
Yeah. How is that a project? Why? That doesn't look sciencey at all. It looks like a.
I know, I don't see how it was counted as a project, but apparently it was a project. Like, apparently we had to look up, like, how they made, like, the peppermint flavoring, how they made, like, the chocolate syrup and, like, the chemical properties and stuff.
See.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it was a boring project.
Okay. Understood. So, Metal Jesus, you're the only one actively watching Doctor Who, the latest stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this season as compared to the previous Capaldi season?
I think it's like a rehashed remix of older stories with a like fresh paint on it. So I'm not impressed. That little bald dude is just there, and I don't know why.
So Tricia and I are very confused about that too. I know that at one point he was in the Husbands of Riversong episode.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why he's still there.
Yeah, he serves no purpose. So.
Except to constantly be the reminder that the Doctor can't go anywhere because of the vault.
Yeah.
I'm being as spoiler-free as possible, people.
I don't even watch Doctor Who, so.
Well, you're missing out.
I watched Torchwood.
Which is Doctor Who for adults. Okay, got Maya back here. Let's turn her back on.
I can't find any headphones at all.
I swear, I have like extra pairs that I could give you. If you came down here.
Yeah, we do need to hang out. So definitely, I'm trying to do that.
All right, send a message.
Yeah, her echo's pretty bad. Actually, I don't even know if I can do next week.
Don't you?
I have family coming in town.
So we'll have me, Bob, the Quinny, maybe Maya.
And I'm a maybe as well. So.
Maybe.
Okay.
It's like I didn't know I had family coming in town until today.
Okay. Ah.
Ah,
Are you coming back over here?
I can't understand what.
Okay. All right. So for this audio, I'm going to boot Maya, or drop off, and then we'll keep inviting her. I don't know what else to do. So.
Yeah, I think it's the best option we got right now.
Here we go. Okay. Echo gone. I
Yeah.
feel terrible, but
Yeah. Can her nickname be Echo?
what?
Yeah, there's a nickname because she caused all the echoing, so she could be Echo, and I'm reading Chipmunk or Mickey Mouse or whatever.
I just heard Chudmucker Mickey.
hey, that's a nickname waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is. We now have Chudmucker Mickey Mouse.
What? No.
Chudmucker?
Yours is old man.
It is. Grumpy old man. You know, that's part of the reason I hung the poster I did here.
All right, Logan. I haven't seen that yet.
It's pretty
It's
good.
about... Wait, are you ready for it? Wolverine.
Yeah, I know that. He's an old man and he's got a kid in the movie.
That's not exactly how that happens, but sure.
That's all I know.
You don't know much, then. Okay, so my take on the Doctor Who thing, now that we've got an echo-free environment here. Yes, Kitty, thank you. Oh, thank you. I got your sticker set now. My take
I don't have
is
a
that
cat. So.
It's not the best work, and I guess at this point I'm kind of hoping that the season is over and we have a better
We
need
like a
Stephen Moffat is still running. I didn't realize this was his last season also, so I can't wait till next season because he'll be off the damn show. Because
thank God.
yeah, he writes a good single episode, but when he ties, I don't. So part of what makes Star Wars great is that you have a movie and you have a gap of time, and then you have another movie and you have a gap of time, and it goes on like that. What Disney is currently doing is they're going back and filling in all those gaps. I don't want all the gaps filled in, for God's sakes.
I like coming up with my own things that could happen in the gaps.
Yes, so Doctor Who should not be doing that. Doctor Who should be doing an episode, a gap, an episode, a gap. And don't tie everything into each other.
Yeah, well, Moffat's trying to make his own mythology.
Yes, and I don't like that. I didn't mind the Bad Wolf. I didn't mind the well, let's look at the bad ones. Pandorica's Box. Or the Pandorica. Yeah. That one was terrible. It was incoherent. It was all over the place. It was very disappointing. I didn't like most of what Clara was. I mean, beyond the fact that she's an attractive person, I didn't like her at all in that spot. At all. And I'm pretty sure...
She was mediocre.
What?
She was okay. She was better than Amy Pond.
Better than who?
Amy Pond.
Well, if we look at the situation, anything involving Matt Smith at this point is kind of a tainted fact. Unfortunately, the only good thing to come out of the Matt Smith stuff is the 50th anniversary. I did not mind what happened there because
that I liked a lot.
Oh, by the way, Maya just texted me and told me she's getting headphones this week.
Sweet.
Cool.
I feel terrible, but I mean, yeah, that echoes.
Yeah, she said, I'm so sorry for barely speaking.
Well, I mean,
she's not used to this. I think what we need to do is have her on the pre-show before we start, like a couple of minutes before, have her get used to all of us.
Yes. So in the end, we'll have a new doctor at the end of the year. It'll be all good, and then we'll be happy.
Sure you will.
It'll be new guy running things.
Do they always get a new guy who plays the doctor like every time they make a new season?
Well, that seems to be how they're running the new show. So Russell T Davies started with Chris Eccleston, and then moved to David Tennant. And then when Stephen Moffat took over, he had Matt Smith, and then brought on Peter Capaldi. And now we've got a new guy starting next time, and he's bringing on his own doctor because Capaldi wants off, I guess, too.
You know, I only know two of the guys who played the doctor, right? That's about it. Smith and Tennant. That's the only two names that I know of.
Well, the guy that's doing it now is Capaldi.
But I've never heard of him, so.
You actually, if you watch Tennant, you have, because he played a Roman in the Fires of Pompeii.
Then again, I haven't watched Doctor Who yet.
Oh, kid. Here, let me give you this all wrapped up.
10 people, including 3 attackers, are dead in a possible terrorist attack near London Bridge.
Wait, what?
It was a terrorist attack today.
London police say 9 people, including 3 attackers, are dead in possible terrorist attack near London Bridge.
Jeez, where have I been all day? I haven't heard anything like that all day.
Yeah, it happened a few hours ago.
Well, no, that's probably no wonder why I haven't heard about it until now.
I don't know, we've been getting updates on it constantly. My phone dings way too often.
They were blowing up my phone while I was driving home from work!
Between CNN updates and local news updates, it's all the time.
I had forgot to put my phone on mute when I was driving home, and I had R2D2 screaming at me with notifications from the group chat.
I mute the group chat every Saturday.
I should probably do that. If I remembered how to do that.
Wait, what are you? You're not bringing another for me, are you? Oh, well then what am I going to do with this hard cider?
Oh. I guess I'll drink that.
No, I got some Diet A&W there too, so I'll just there we go. I'll be well hydrated for this podcast.
Yeah, like drunk.
Well, no, this is just, Diet root beer.
Oh, okay, wait. The rest is alcohol.
Well, I thought you would need one, so I guess I didn't know that was hard cider. Okay. All right, so moving right along. Did anyone read the free comic book from Lion Forge Comics?
Was going to, and then I had a bunch of quizzes to do.
No, I had to keep you making dog treats all day.
She's got an excuse.
I had schoolwork. I
Whatever.
had to get a new food handler's card.
What about metal?
Nope. I was doing quizzes and schoolwork too.
Other Kevin?
Nope, was busy and then forgot.
You people!
I tried, okay? I tried.
So this is going to be the shortest review ever. So Lion Forge, apparently this is the second time they've tried to do this. I didn't know that at first. But they haven't it. Their free comic book is the event. The event that kicks off the whole thing. And basically what it is somebody has rerouted an asteroid to hit Earth. And apparently this gives everybody superpowers, although we don't get that actually to happen in the free comic book.
Oops.
In Noble #1, which is their first comic book of the new hero line, Noble doesn't remember who he is, but he is one of the astronauts that was trying to help avert this collision. What I am understanding is going on at the moment is that the astronauts are all the superheroes, although one of the superheroes can't be an astronaut because of who he is. So I'm very confused at the early point of this. What do you mean, what?
One of the superheroes can't be a superhero because he's not a superhero because he's not an astronaut.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
All right, so the superheroes are
Well, you just said it sounds like this. He's a villain.
no. The superheroes are going to be Noble, Excel, Superb, Summit.
Are those names?
Yes, Kino. And there's going to be a team called the Incidentals.
It just sounds like you rattled off the Microsoft business plan.
No. If that was the case, I would have said Blue, Spark Plug, Toilet, Swamp Water. See, that's different. That's the Microsoft business plan. So Superb isn't one of the astronauts. So everybody else, I'm pretty sure, is an astronaut that tried to avert it, except Superb. I don't know how he fits into this yet.
So did he just go up there and take a picture of it?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't read the comic yet because it hasn't come out yet.
When does it come out?
Let's see, July. Lionforge is making this universe the most diverse as possible, as diversely as possible. So Noble is black. Excel, I don't know who he is yet, so I don't know what he is. Superb has Down syndrome, which is why I know he wasn't an astronaut, because none of the astronauts in the free comic book had Down syndrome. Kino is an acronym I found out the other day. It's supposed to be basically super enhanced. He's the only white guy of the group. So I'm pretty sure Excel is going to be Oriental in nature, either Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure which.
Maybe Korean, Filipino, Mongolian.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to limit it. I don't know what Summit is because they've only announced it. They haven't shown any pictures of it, so I don't know which character Summit is. And I have no idea about the Incidentals yet because it's too early. They don't come out till like December. So I'm very excited about this to be in on it on the ground floor, but I guess it's a little early. And I was hoping to have some discussion with people that read the book, but then that's out. So I guess we'll just move right along. Does anyone bullet journal out of this group beyond me? I know that's a no.
I tried.
I bet you'd love the role playing game. It's so productive for you.
Saddy.
I honestly didn't find it very interesting.
My role playing game or the bullet journal?
The bullet journal.
Because I made it into a role playing game.
I haven't touched it. I haven't even got time to do anything.
Let's see, the bullet journal would help you get organized, young lady.
It probably would.
And making it into an RPG, which I did, will help you be wanting to do stuff to keep organized, because that's how that all works.
That probably would be a good thing for me.
There you go. Go to emeraldspectre.com and you download the instructions now. Or near future.
I'll download them tomorrow or something.
There you go. And I'll keep pestering you till you do.
Yeah, that would be a good idea because I'll forget something. Like my food handler's card expired like on the 31st of May, and I forgot to renew it. I went to work and I couldn't. Like they let me work without a food handler's card today, but they're like, "You better get a new one tonight."
Well, I also know that you forget things because we had the exact same conversation twice in chat.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we a couple days ago we talked about which houses of Harry Potter we were belonging to, and then
he's like, and then I decided to throw on the American Wizardry stuff this time just to be the asshole.
Yeah, and then she goes through the exact same. I mean, she learned the exact same information she already learned, so she's doing well. With,
I mean, I'm taking a math class for a third time anyway, so.
You like it that much, huh?
No. It's Math 111, which is pre-calc.
Well, maybe you need some post-calc.
It's okay.
So, go ahead, sorry.
I'm doing linear algebra, so I feel you, Paige.
I did take Math 60 twice.
Did you just say Math 60?
Which is like Algebra 1, 2.
She refers to every class with a number behind it as though it's some
it's college.
as those is some general language that every person on the planet understands.
It's not.
It means zero to me. So yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll just call it Algebra 1 for you people.
There you go. That
That
makes sense.
helpful?
Because in my day, we didn't call it algebra. We called it shut up and add those numbers.
You're that old, you need to have subtraction?
Did you have division?
No. We called it add backwards and break it apart.
And what about multiplying?
Make it
Times it.
make it bigger. So, okay, she's got to change the hands. But I will announce, I'll move us on to the next topic, which we're fast running out of now. Does anyone else use the Hulu app?
Hulu, no.
No.
So do you use it on just your phone, or you have like an Apple TV?
No, just the phone.
Okay, I don't. Hun, do you know if they changed it on the phone?
I go to the phone to use it because it still makes sense.
Okay. Hulu, in their grand plan, decided to change the Apple TV app to act differently. All the things are different. All of our old settings are missing.
All the menus are different. All of our shows are gone.
It doesn't explain how to do anything. They just threw this at you and said, here it is, enjoy. And we're like, this is the worst fucking thing that has ever happened.
Oh my god, I can feel your pain. Skype just did that to me like 2 days ago.
Now take that and multiply it by 1 billion, and that's how pissed off Hulu's got people, because people are still, well, I mean, we haven't stopped being mad about it, but people are still complaining about it on social media, and it's like Hulu's not even responding. They're like, well, maybe if we just stay quiet, they'll accept it. No.
What you guys want?
What do I want? I want the old Hulu back.
Yeah, I want my old Skype back.
No.
I just
Like, my new Skype looks like Facebook and, like, something else had a child, and I'm like, yeah, no, you're a piece of shit now.
For the shows, normally if it's a show that you're watching and there's a new episode, it would say, you know, new episode.
Right.
Now it's like it says, if you've watched it all, it still has a season and an episode number underneath it. And if you need to watch it, it has an episode and a season underneath it. But I think it says continue watching. Otherwise,
Netflix
doesn't say anything, and they're all on the same page, and it's really stupid.
If we're watching, let's just say American Housewife, because we watch that comedy, when it's done playing, there is no way to turn off the autoplay. So it will literally just start something else when we don't want it to, because we're not going to sit there and watch 16 episodes of it if we're that far behind. We're going to watch an episode and move to something else.
All right, yeah.
I looked up instructions to see how to turn that off. Hulu's like, it's a bug. Don't worry, we're fixing it. That was days,
that ain't a bug.
weeks ago.
Like, okay, so if I go to my phone, it says that we have a watch list. And it tells us how many episodes of each show that are unwatched, or if there's a new episode, you know, very obvious. On the Hulu app on the TV, there's no watch list. It's called My Stuff. it's really,
I know, on Netflix it's called My List.
yeah. Well,
But if it was,
and that's fine, but you know, this is Hulu on 2 different platforms being completely different.
Right.
and to point out, I'm 100% okay with Netflix. Netflix has done nothing to piss me off. I can.
Yeah, no, it's like simple.
Yes.
So generally, I have to go, like, if I want to get an easy idea of what shows we have available to watch on our TV through the Apple TV, I will go to Hulu on my phone, and I will say, okay, these are the episodes we have, because it makes that little sense on the Apple TV app now.
Yeah, no, for me, it's like my parents have been using my Netflix profile without me noticing, and they've been watching the old Twin Peaks, and then I got on there a couple nights ago to watch an episode of Hawaii Five-O, and it's like, want to continue watching Twin Peaks? And I'm like, I haven't been watching that. And then I go, oh, wait, parental unit's been watching it on my profile.
I have a, what? My parents have a profile on our account also. And I don't think they, or maybe they, no, they do. But I think they generally watch it under one of ours too. And so every once in a while I'll come up with, you know, yeah, some show that I've never seen before, or a partly watched movie, and then of course if somebody does that on your profile and they watch something wildly different than you will,
I know it changes up all the settings that you're like, you know, recommendations go straight up. And I'm like, okay, my dad's got a profile, my sister's got a profile, and I have a profile. Go watch it on dad's profile, not mine.
I think
Did you just do the head thing?
mine recommends nothing but sci-fi to me.
Mine's been recommending cop shows lately.
I watch kung fu movies and
Yeah, it
foreign
recommends that
language
crap too.
stuff and anime, and I watch all kinds of extra stuff than just sci-fi.
Yeah,
And
mine's got a ton of weird stuff on it too. And it's like,
Maybe you should.
No,
Oh, yeah, you should.
it's okay.
I don't know. It's like my list even has a bunch of Power Ranger stuff on it that I need to finish watching.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, I really like the original Power Rangers. Although
I like the original stuff. Yeah.
Wait, let's go to Metal Jesus's picture. Parasite 1, Parasite 3. That's a father or mother that has made profiles for the kids, right?
Yep.
I think I think I'm Parasite too, because I have the raccoon, I think, as my picture, and I made my parents a penguin because my dad always uses Linux.
Nice. I like your dad.
And mine
My
chooses
sister and
the-
my dad have like the faces, like the normal faces, and then I made mine like the Panda Bear.
and
It was like, I want something different.
mine's connected to my Facebook profile, and I think that happened before they stopped doing that. So every time I change my profile picture, it changes on there, so I get to see my beautiful profile picture.
Yeah, at one point I was gonna update it so that my profile also was my Facebook picture, and it's like, you missed your window. You can never do that again.
I'm kind of glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yet you say that, but when you come up to the profile selection and you see, oh, there's my head, or there's my picture. Ooh.
I know. It's like, I'm just like, I'm kind of glad I can just change the, like, whatever my icon is on my thing, on my Netflix, on my phone.
Well, I definitely don't want to lessen the impact here, but Hulu's Apple TV app royally sucks. Like, if it was a prostitute, it does everything it wants to everyone that they want for free. It's sloppy about it, and then when everyone's done with it, they just throw it into the gutter.
Why can't they just, like, not screw around with it?
Because they want to be a TV network, so they just want things to continuously play. So rather than listen to what the customers want, i.e. us, for instance, let's change everything. Let's forget what they're saying about it. They'll deal with it. We'll throw some pastel colors on it, and we'll just call ourselves a network now. We're great. No, you're not. Ooh, you blow.
And that's why you should start a media campaign on social media against them.
Oh, I doubt he needs to start
I
one.
don't need to start one. I can certainly join it.
Because
You probably could.
the day that the app changed, we went to Facebook immediately,
And Twitter.
and there was nothing but lists and lists of complaints on how everybody hated the changes in the app.
Hundreds or thousands. I mean, I got sick of scrolling on Twitter. I'm like, well, Jesus Christ. I mean, I understand that some people will be upset, but when you universally fuck everyone over because you have this great idea, if you want to end up doing this towards this type of thing, do incremental changes. You don't go from version 1.0 to version 7 without the incremental changes.
Right, yeah. It's like you don't jump from 1.1 to like 3 point something for an update, you know? It's like you need to do it in steps, but it's like certain companies, like Hulu for you guys, is like, nope, we're just going to jump all the way to whatever.
Yes.
Before they even... It's like with Netflix, it's like, oh, we're just in small steps, not to piss people off.
Like when I'm going to make the next version of the Bujo RPG, the bullet journal role-playing game, I'm not going to have a drastic, complete makeover of what's going on. I'm going to use what I've built and built upon it.
I mean, you don't want to completely take it off of paper and use some other medium.
I do eventually want to move it to Excel, but I mean, I'm not going to start. I'm not going to do the next version. Isn't going to be like, okay, forget your paper. It's all Excel now.
It's like I don't really know. Even though I took a class on how to use Excel, it's like I don't use it that much. It's like I'm probably going to forget this later on.
It's the single greatest program ever written.
I don't. It's useful, but it's like once I learn it, it's like I might forget it over time.
I would use it for everything if I could, wouldn't I?
Why?
Because it's the single greatest program ever used. Where were you for that part of the conversation?
I don't know. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I don't know.
Deja vu. It's when they change something in the Matrix.
I need to watch those movies again.
I'm watching them while I'm cutting. So I grabbed my bullet journal, so that everyone.
I wonder if mine's by the window still.
Yes, and of course I've been because mine has been dedicated the last 3 or 4 months to developing the Bujo RPG. Let me show you some of the. Let's go back to the early days. Early days. So I would have indications of things that I was doing, things that I got credit for, and then totaling XP to get levels and things like that. As you can see, there's not much formatting going on here. Just a couple of months later, or just a couple of weeks later, I made some notes. I did a little bit more formatting. It's a bit easier to work with, but it still wasn't what I was after. So as time went on, I again made some more notes, kind of figured out what I wanted to use and how I wanted to use it. The formatting got a little bit more strict so that I had this is what I do at this time and I know how to do it. And then I had a big, like a revelation, and I made all the notes for what I needed to put in the PDF document that I released to the world, which is why that this page has green around it so that I can easily reference it, because I didn't print out the thing for myself. I'm still using my original notes.
Right, then, you got a hard copy of it.
Yeah, and then my formatting was super awesome, but I changed it one more time, and this is the this is what I'm using for the release of my template. So it was super formatted, got graphics and all that neat stuff. I've already moved away from that because there's not enough room for notes. And then I'm toying with some different ways to do quests and a different look, trying to go with a more of a week-like spread so that I got the same information, just different ways that it's being tracked. So when I'm done,
probably use that for homework.
If you just went to bulletjournal.com and just got the simple basic stuff and just started doing it, you would find it very useful. And then if you wanted to make a game out of it, you go to my site, emeraldspectre.com, and you would read the instructions for Bujo RPG. Right now, version 1 is the only one up, and my template, Bujo RPG Wuxia, version 1. But there will be more, because I am still in development.
And don't things take forever to develop anyways, like games and...
Well, it took me 3 months to develop the version 1, and I think it's only going to take me a month or 2 to develop version 2.
Why do you think that? Why does it take longer, though?
I mean, I'm actively playtesting it. Basically, my entries are all figuring into how to make it work.
Ah.
Yeah. She's got her journal. Hers, if you notice, hers is small, and mine has an eating problem. Did you just do the basic stuff in here, like the basic bullet journal stuff, or did you
Mine started on January 1st of 2017.
show everybody that pretty first page there? Look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
And then ended on Wednesday, January 4th.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
She had marked out a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, it just kind of died after that.
Wait, here I decorated a page. I decorated a page for DJ's birthday with some little stamps that I had. And so I made that.
Nice.
And then my bullet journal died on Sunday, January 22nd. The end.
So
Because I hate tracking things on paper.
So she would be a prime candidate for the spreadsheet version of
Probably.
the bullet journal, of which I will begin developing. I need to be in version 3 or 4 for that because there are certain things I need to work out before I can put it on a spreadsheet.
So then I downloaded an app called Grid Diary.
Can't see its white screen.
Pretty tough to see. It's it's a little bit better. You can see a little bit of a text on there.
Yeah.
And basically you can set up what you want to accomplish on a daily basis. So on mine I have they're just squares, and I have one for whatever DJ's schedule is. I had what did I get done today, because I get to the end of my day and I'm thinking that I didn't accomplish anything, but you know, all I did was housework all day. Did I work? Like if I worked for my friend, track my headaches, my migraines, my back issues, everything, to see if it corresponds to weather. That's kind of I'm trying to figure that out. So I had that on here. And then how did I work on my business today? That was one of my important things, to either, you know, show that I posted on Facebook, or that I made something, or that I worked on my website, or whatever it was. Those were my tracks. I would say, let's see, I made it through, well, the end of January. Not even.
What Tricia discovered, I need the bullet journal because I am a disorganized mess. I forget things all the time, and while I only have the damn thing at home, most people drag their bullet journal around with them, making notes as they go. I thought about doing that, but with my job, I don't know, it might be in the way. I mean, I could certainly try bringing it along, but I think it just distracts me.
Probably would. I mean, unless you had it on your phone or something.
What she has realized is that she needs a day planner, not a bullet journal.
Yeah, that's all I said too, was after I was starting to fill out my bullet journal pages, I'm like, all I need is a calendar. All I'm doing is manually making a calendar in a book. Why do I need to do that?
Right. If you have, I mean, you already have a calendar on your phone anyways.
Yeah, and I use my calendar on my phone for all of my events, and I use it for, you know, appointments, for stuff DJ does. I mean, everything is in my calendar. And then if I need reminders or something, I literally use the reminder app built into iOS for my shopping lists and stuff. I mean, everything transfers to my watch. If I need to add something to a grocery list, I can just talk to my watch and it'll add it for me. I'm like, I just don't want to track it all on paper.
And I eventually want to, well, yes, I'm already talking about doing an Excel spreadsheet version of mine, but after that, I would love to create an app for it. I mean, I would love to program an app that works, that does everything that I'm trying to do. And then if you want a template, so you're doing your little generic role-playing game in there, but you like, I want to have like a Doctor Who themed template to it. So you just download the template and boom, it overlays over everything you're already doing, because all the general information is the same. You're just calling it different things and it's got a different look. So whereas I have XP and HP right now, I may change that to health and some other word that's fancier than XP.
Right.
Knowledge.
Like my my Wuxia template, instead of levels, which you level up, I have the Wuxia template changes them to belts, like martial arts belts. So I'm currently a green belt.
Right.
How about you, Metal? You think that's something you want to use?
Sounds interesting. I'm looking it up now, so you know.
It created it owns bulletjournal.com, and of course, once you get the gist of what's going on there, go to the Emerald Spectre, then you can have the role-playing game part too.
Cool. I was looking at the role-playing thing earlier, so I glanced at it and it looked interesting.
And with my Go RPG, I've also uploaded all the little clip art type stuff. So if you want to print out your stuff and cut it out rather than try to draw it, I've been doing mine by hand, except for those last 2 pages I showed you. Because lots of people people do all kinds of weird stuff with their bullet journals. Some people use washi tape like it's going out of style, which is just a little roll of some color of tape. I've of course got green.
Papery tape.
Yeah, it's I got some clouds here.
Nice.
And there's been, like, we've seen some with envelopes in them.
Yeah, people cut envelopes and they cut up file folders to stick them out.
Well, I made those.
So, yeah, I've got these. I got tabs, and they're just taped in, literally just taped on. I washi taped stuff down. The early days of this bullet journal looked really bad, but so and with my new one, I've got a big calendar that I'm using, and the blue days are my days off. So I got a big color representation of what days I actually get off.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get next weekend off so I can do this and do family stuff. So that I won't be dead tired.
Okay. And I mean, if you've got other things going on, we have always accommodated. You know.
No, I know. Well, last time it was because what was the last time? Oh, last time I was dead tired from hiking all day.
Excuses.
I do for geology homework.
Who studies geology aside from you?
Yeah, rocks.
Well, no, he was making. What was that post on Instagram that was like something posted, and I'm like, I don't know what the rock formation was, and you're like, some scientist you were or something to me.
Well, what I was doing was making. I said I'm basalt myself.
Correct.
Beside myself joke because.
Yeah. No.
I'm puntastic.
Yeah. No. I just had to sit there and go. Wait. Oh, I get it. Like literally, I looked at it and I had to think a couple minutes to realize what you were going.
Don't think too hard. This isn't rocket surgery.
Yeah, but sometimes I overthink things.
We drove by something in Montana called Pompey's Pillar.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Pompey's Pillar. Yeah.
Just a big
pile of rock.
It's just a big
I
rock.
probably got
Basically.
rock.
And it was spelled Pompey.
Yeah, like not correct.
So I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's kind of far off the road, so it was hard to get a picture of.
That's fine.
Whereas the Badlands were a lot easier to get pictures of.
What is the Badlands?
Really bad land that you don't want to live on.
It's exposed rock. Like it's kind of like the Grand Canyon, but not as grand. Nowhere near as grand.
Definitely not as deep. That's for sure. It's isn't it supposed to be like where glaciers didn't flatten it out, basically? Isn't
Possibly.
that the
I don't know.
the story that I remember? I'll try to find a picture here. I think I got better ones on the way, or I didn't. Beulah, Pie, Road, Bismarck. Gosh, when did we hit the Badlands again? I must not have taken any pictures on the way home. Oh, here we go. It's like the only part of North Dakota that has any sort of elevation going on.
Yeah, that's definitely like like certain rock layers of sediments.
Yeah.
And she was surprised to know that at least one of those layers was when the dinosaurs went extinct. In fact, lots of those are extinction level event lines. Because it's happened like 5 or 6 times in history.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
can see the dinosaur right there.
What?
Yeah, now I just want to fly out there to do geology homework, and that would have been like 2 geology homework assignments.
Yeah, if you look up Medora, it's all around Medora in North Dakota. There's a further away picture. I mean, it goes on for quite a ways, but it's just a specific chunk of the way western part of the state. That's it. Nothing else in the state looks like this.
Yeah, because isn't that state all flat mostly?
Yep.
Yep.
You can watch your dog run away for months.
Yep. But I guess, the one thing that I didn't think about until we were back there again is like here, you never really see a sunset.
Yeah, it just sort of happens.
Yeah, it's like the sun's just, behind the building that's beside you because there's really no openness.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas out there, that's all you get is sunsets. Like we were driving home from Bismarck to Beulah, and you actually see the sun going down. And
Yeah, no, that's what I noticed too when I was out in Miami. Like we were coming home from Orlando,
Mhm.
and it's like the sun was setting, and it's like you don't see that, and I was like, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we grew up with, but I guess I forgot.
Right, because you were so used to being out here compared to being out there, or something,
So- Yeah. So, and then I took some pictures. I sent these to our the lady that I work for back here, but I took some pictures of the oil wells.
Right. There's a bunch of oil wells out there, of course.
Because that's something you don't necessarily see. They're along the interstate. These are close to Dickinston, again on the western edge of the state.
Right.
So as you're driving, you just start hitting up a bunch of oil wells, and then there are the wind turbines like you've got out here.
Yeah, in the
lot of-
gorge, yeah.
Yep. We have a lot of those back there too. So, and then let's see, power plants. I had a few pictures of those too, because I mean that's a big, that's a big export there. Energy. That's the employer. Because there's mines and there's plants on both the north and south ends of Beulah. 3,000 people, and before the oil boom, it was the second richest county in the state, and it's nowhere near the population. The population of the state is on the eastern half.
Right, so the eastern half has all the big cities, more or less. Then.
Yeah, more so the bigger like Fargo, for example, which is one people normally recognize the name of.
From like a TV show or something, I think it was.
Yes, a TV show and a movie, neither of which were ever shot in North Dakota, and all based on Minnesota.
Well, I think they should have redone that.
Yeah.
Put it in there in North Dakota,
I
not
have never-
Minnesota.
I've never understood that because right, Fargo's in the eastern side of North Dakota, but
Apparently, mine just texted me and she ran into a wall.
well, she was-
And then she apologized to the wall.
Okay.
And my response to that was like, "Were you drinking?"
We are.
Yeah, you two are, but her.
I had posted this picture on Facebook a while ago of the comparison. The one with all the cars in it is the interstate in Oregon, and the one with nothing is the interstate in North Dakota.
It's like you could go 80 miles an hour in there in Dakota.
Yep. Well, yeah, the speed limit there is 75. The speed limit in Montana was 80.
Damn.
Like, why do they have more? They have a higher speed limit than we do. That's really weird.
There was at one point no speed limit in Montana.
Yeah.
Now they
Right.
see that, but the cops would pull up near you when you were going 97, and that's a little bit excessive. I'm
Yeah.
talking because we've other ways. We got lens
Oh.
flare. Actually, this looks very Abrams-esque. We've got lens flare, people.
It looks cool. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, since we drifted off the topic a little bit, I forgot to get a chance to ask Kevin. Kevin, would you be interested in bullet journaling, or will you check it out?
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look. After like the podcast's over, and I'll research more and figure out like what works. So
Yeah. And now, how about the Kevin I was asking?
so I'm not.
At least when you say Kevin, at least someone answers you.
I know myself well enough to know that I would not keep up with actually doing it at all.
But this, see, I would have said the same thing, but
I've said the same thing.
I keep up with it because I turned it into a role playing game, so I've got a reason to keep up with it. It keeps me interested.
Yeah, but see, you're the type of person who can also play those mobile games every single day, and I'm just not.
Gotcha. I mean, I tried. Right.
The only game that I play constantly is Final Fantasy, and that's only because the game is right here.
Gotcha.
If I had to go into the other room to play video games, I wouldn't actually do it.
Which is so odd because the mobile game is literally right in your hand.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm always busy using my phone to watch Hulu.
That's not where I thought you were going to go with that statement, but
Okay. Yeah. So play with that metal, and that way. I sent Bob the link to the RPG part of it. I warned him that I'm going to be talking. We're going to be talking bullet journal again next week a little bit, and you guys can give me feedback and tell me what you'd like to see, and maybe I can start developing in that direction, or let you know that I'm already going to be developing into that direction. I just can't get there yet.
I would like
all right.
to develop a monthly planner that I can just print out.
I can do that. It's on the front page of June.
All I need is a calendar.
So I'm going to go undrink a drink. I'll be back in a moment.
That makes for great TV. You should take us with.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
This is
Well,
the moment the ads come on.
Right.
Oh.
And while he's away, I was thinking of doing some animation, a show that I had created a while back. I was just going to start animating it and put out an episode or two just to produce it. And one of the things I was thinking of is they're watching like a motor, like an auto race, so NASCAR or something like that. But I didn't want to use any actual product names.
Mhm.
So the two product names that sprung to mind are, instead of McDonald's, it's O'Donnell's, it's the Irish version. And then the other one is Hot Dog Prince, which is kind of like Burger King, but hot dog prints. And then, of course, when you hear hot dog prints, the first thing that should come to mind is the "I'm hot dog Prince, and I am tasty."
Probably. I just thought of like a dog that was sweaty.
Mustard, you must baste me. I like the relish
To me, relish does not belong on a hot dog.
and the toasted bun.
Wait, if relish doesn't belong on hot dog, where does it belong?
Yeah.
It doesn't belong on a hot dog.
Whatever. He has no taste.
It's pretty much
That's-
true.
That's the only use I can think of for relish.
I just don't ever eat it on.
I use it as chopped up pickles when I make tuna sandwiches.
And then again, I don't like tuna sandwiches.
I mean,
That's
I
the
use,
only place I use it.
the only place I use relish on a hot dog actually is Spike's here in Portland. Because Spike's is fucking awesome.
They have some like neon green relish
Yeah,
too.
it's they've got some they've got 50 toppings or something like that. A lot of them are mustards, but still, it's great. I eat there. I mean, I my hot dog when I'm done piling everything on it, you could not identify the hot dog anymore, but
Yeah, most of the toppings are mustard, and none of the toppings are nacho cheese, and that really makes me sad.
Wait. Nacho cheese on a hot dog?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
why not?
No.
Yes.
When
No.
I go, my favorite thing in Bismarck was always to go to the gas station and get gas station hot dogs that cook on those rollers all day, and then put nacho cheese on them.
And we've already established, Rachel, that you have no taste, so your opinion no longer matters.
Yeah, no, I eat weird stuff like duck and whatever.
Duck is disgusting.
I eat deer and antelope as well, and elk.
Too gamey.
I like those as sausage.
Well, I have some.
Duck is disgusting.
I have duck sausage as well in the freezer, so.
A friend that used to live with us, his dad always gave him like deer sausage that they made. And what I liked about theirs especially is that they added little bits of cheese to it. And so it always tasted so good. He made excellent deer sausage. And yeah, I would like offer to cook it if I could have some.
Yeah, no, it's like I would totally send you some, but then again, I don't think I can ship it, so.
All right. Keep the conversation going. I'm going to get a new drink. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to move to our last topic that I have on our list.
Right.
But you have no taste.
I have taste for some things, but not a lot of things.
No.
When we were back in North Dakota, my mom wanted us to make a menu because we were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you want to eat? And we came up with this menu of labor-intensive food that, oh my God, like all the German stuff that my mom always made when I was a kid. Had all of that, and I took pictures of everything so that I can put it on my food blog with the recipes. And DJ requested lasagna.
You can't go wrong with lasagna.
He always requests lasagna from my mom. So we did lasagna, and we grilled steak, and we made German food. I can name it all, and you can just nod your head and smile. We made Fleischkekle, and we made strudel.
I don't know much German food besides sausages. So.
You can just nod your head and smile.
My family once in a while eats like a certain Greek dish, which is like risotto or something. Is what we eat once in a while. But like mostly, my family lives off wild game. Mostly.
Well, I mean, it was never wild game that we ate necessarily, but being in the Midwest, it was typical meat and potato type. Which is the German stuff is all meat and dough.
Yeah, no.
In different forms. So we always had lots and lots of meat. But my dad does computer work, and a lot of times in Beulah, you still get to barter sometimes. Like you find like wheat growers, for example. You know, my mom will request wheat from a farmer, and then she grinds her own wheat into flour for baking. You know, in exchange for computer work. Or they get a lot of buffalo, and
I've had that. I like buffalo.
yeah, lots of buffalo, and or they'll, you know, people will get together and like have an entire cow processed into steaks and, you know, burger and stuff
And
like
ribs and whatever.
that. Yeah, and yeah, so there's a lot of really good, you know, high quality produced meat out there too because of the independent.
What is? Ew! Gross! No! Nope! Nope!
Not great.
No! No!
Great.
I can't drink grape soda. I don't like it anymore. Nor do I like orange soda.
I like orange, but I can't do the grape like he does. It's,
We've already established, Rachel.
I'm very picky when it comes to certain things.
Yeah, you're the chicken nuggets and Sprite of the adult world.
I like grape
Oh,
hair wherever my purple hair is. I think it's still.
I can see some purple, I think.
So it started off like everything that's blue or white or purplish was actually all purple. And as I've washed it, it's actually turned blue, which is really odd. I've never had purple turn blue before.
That is really weird for hair.
But my
What
mom,
the TJ?
Advertising.
he's gonna do that until we stop talking so that he can, because he needs to be the focus.
No. Keep going. I'm just pointing. All I'm doing is pointing. Keep going.
Uh-huh.
What? We lost both Kevins. Was there a Kevin NATO?
I'm back. I'm right here.
Yeah, there's one. Where's the other one?
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a car parked outside that I didn't recognize, so just walking it to make sure, hey, nothing shady going on.
Did you shave your beard? Did you cut your beard a little bit?
No.
Because it seems shorter.
I combed it. No, wait. I did cut it 2 weeks ago, so
There.
yeah.
Okay. See, because I thought it was at least as long as mine, if not a little longer. So. Yeah.
The
Oh God.
Starlight Parade is starting downtown.
Oh, I have a friend who's in that actually tonight. He's part of the 501st.
Have you ever watched it?
I went to it last year.
Okay, because I've never.
It was fun.
I have not seen it. I mean, I've not been here for more than three of them, but
And Saturday's like the Grand Rose Parade or whatever it is.
today is Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Our show is on Saturday, Rachel. Will you
I
do
know.
this?
I was referring to the next Saturday.
There's another one next Saturday?
Yeah, the like big, huge parade like in the morning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So because go ahead.
I can't comprehend this. It says more than 300,000 people are expected for the Starlight Parade to watch. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's
that is such
a lot of people go to that parade.
Yeah, that is an unbelievably large number to go to a parade. That's almost half the population of the state that we're from.
And then wait until the next parade next weekend. That's gonna have more people.
Well, you know, we were something that's both a really cool thing and a really crappy thing here is like for concerts that I want to go to. People come here that I want to see that would never go to North Dakota for a show. But unfortunately, everybody here also likes the people that I like, and so the tickets sell out.
Actually, I don't know if like a certain band that I like is coming this month or is they're coming in September. It's like, you know, it's like I want to go see them, but it's like I don't know if they're coming before finals or like before school starts in fall.
Well, I guess basically what I need to remember from now on is if it's somebody I want to see, whenever the tickets go on sale, I need to be online at that
Immediately.
moment in time. And you never had to deal with that in North Dakota because, I mean, people would come that, like, God, we saw Weezer.
Saying so.
We saw Weezer years and years ago, and it was like half empty. And Weezer comes to Portland, and they sold out within hours, and we missed it. And Flight of the Conchords came, and those tickets sold out. The other day, I saw that Cake was coming to the Edgefield.
Nice.
And,
Nice. I want to see them.
oh God, so do I. And
Sold out.
The tickets went on sale. Pre-sale tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. I remembered at about 3 that day, and they were sold out.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I miss a lot of shows out here that I really want to go to the Roger Waters Pink Floyd thing too.
That was an awesome show. I saw him like 5 years ago, and it was amazing. So definitely do that.
It's the same weekend as the Heroes and Villains Comic-Con Fan Fest thing. And I'm volunteering at that.
I
And
was like, I'm not going to the Heroes or whatever that thing is.
no,
I can't. It's like the prices. It's like nope, too expensive.
volunteer.
I already got a free way to get into Wizard World Comic Con for all 3 days.
Yeah, so did I. I volunteered.
I'm getting a ticket from a friend because her aunt can't go, so it's like I'm getting the aunt's ticket.
Okay, but with the Heroes and Villains Fan Fest, you get more than just a ticket. Because I know it said that we get a free autograph, I think.
Who's even going, like the actors wise?
Stephen Amell.
It's like everybody from every TV show on the CW.
And I'm like, okay, can we name off a few here?
And The Walking Dead. Like, and so we're behind on The Walking Dead, by a season or two. And so there are people coming to this fan fest thing that have probably been killed, and we've never even been introduced to them yet because we're that far behind.
Damn.
But on the other hand, a lot of the people that are coming, we've also met through the last couple years of Rose City and Wizard World.
I'm definitely going to Rose City for all 2 days. But there's like certain actors I want to meet, but I'm like, I have to pick one.
Did you say 3 days?
3 of them I want to meet. It's like a couple of them from Harry Potter, and then one of them's the original Green Ranger.
Oh yeah, the Harry Potter guys just announced like in the last couple days that
Yeah.
they're twins.
And I'm like, do I want to meet the guy who played Draco's Malfoy's father, or the guys who played the twins?
Is the Draco Malfoy dad the same as the Power Ranger?
No, he's different. The guy's name's like Isaac something or whatever, who's the Draco's father, and then Jason David Frank is the Green Ranger.
Okay. That name sounds familiar.
Who was recently in the new Power Rangers movie.
Yeah. Which I didn't see the cameo, by the way. And so it's like,
How did you miss it?
I don't know.
It's like they made it a point so that you could see them.
I know. I've got to rewatch the movie again.
Oh, that one with Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
How sad is that? That's the reason you know.
That is sad. That is very sad.
They were so focused on the Krispy Kreme. That's what I remember.
Actually, like 2 days after I went and saw the movie, I went to Krispy Kreme donut to my dad and got a Power Ranger donut.
Oh,
Okay.
they had Power Ranger donuts?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So, guests at Rose City Comic Con. Weird Al Yankovic.
I know who
Adam-
that is. Immediately.
I don't know who Babs Tarr is. Brent Spiner.
Well, what you need to do is probably hit the celebrities. If there's because that'll narrow out it'll take out some of the people.
Okay, Adam West, Brent Spiner, Burt Ward. Oh, he's
Something to do with.
Robin.
he's Robin,
Robin?
from Batman. He's Adam West's Robin.
Oh, so wow.
Yeah. Carlos Valdez, who is Cisco, Felicia Day,
I don't know why I should know her.
She's an internet famous person.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Don't
know that one.
Gray Delisle. I don't know who that is either.
Tricia.
James and Oliver. Who? What?
Oh, a Ringer Donut?
Yeah.
Nice.
James and Oliver Phelps were the twins.
Yeah, those are one of them who I was like.
Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
Jason Isaacs is the.
That's the guy I was thinking of.
That's what I just said a moment ago.
Michael Rosenbaum, who was Lex Luthor in Smallville.
I want to meet him.
Ming Chen from Comic Book Men.
I want to meet him. My sights are not that high.
Who's Roger Bumpus?
I mean, would you, being in New Jersey, know who he is? Because he's with the he works at the comic book place.
Stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's who I want to meet is Ming.
I want to meet Jason David Frank, but I'm like, I don't even know if I can afford it.
Who?
Yeah, because at Rose City they won't let you walk up to meet them like in the autograph area unless you're paying.
Yeah, and that's the same thing at Wizard World.
It depends on the person.
Really?
Yeah. Because I like when I was at William Shatner's booth, he didn't want to see you unless you paid. But with Elizabeth Hemstridge from, I think that's her name, from
Is it Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, she's Gemma Simmons.
Yeah, I'm like, she's one of the, I'm like, wait, hold on. I
Yeah.
don't, yeah.
You could if she wasn't busy, you could just go up and talk to her. Or it was the same with Scott Wilson, Herschel from The Walking Dead. We went up and we talked with him at Wizard World, or that was 2 years ago. And then this year, your bumper guy. Shades.
Theo Rossi.
Yeah, Theo Rossi. I mean, we talked to him, or DJ did a bunch of times.
Multiple times.
I was volunteering in photo ops right in front of him, but.
And the key to doing this whole thing is I only went over to Theo when he had nobody in his line at all, nobody even hinting to wait. So I went over and talked to him while he wasn't busy.
Yeah. But none of that will happen at Rose City because they have it completely set up differently. They have the autograph area just totally locked down.
Yeah, no, I was there last year for my first time, and it was like,
It's been like that both years that we've been there, so I pretty much guarantee it would look the same this year too.
Yeah, but I wonder what the con security will be like with what happened at Phoenix Comic Con.
I definitely expect it really.
I don't see it changing unless something happens here.
Right.
I hated the way that they had Wizard World set.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. The metal detector one thing is just like, really?
Well, and even for me, after I was done volunteering, so obviously I'm 100% vetted. Yeah. I could not figure out a way to get into the con without standing in line and going through security and have my backpack searched.
I know, I have nothing in my backpack besides water bottles and snacks.
By the people that I just worked for. Because I tried to ask, how can I get in, how can I get around the line? Because it was going to take 10 or 15 minutes for me to get in, and there was no reason for me to go through security, and nobody would answer me. So I just got in line, and then when I got up there, the guy who was going to search my bag and everything, I'm like, so I just helped you set up. Can I just go in? He goes, well, why are you in line? And I said, because nobody will give me an answer on how to get in otherwise. He's like, yeah, just go. And then he told the security guards too. He's like, let her in.
But for me, it's like my outfit had a ton of metal on it because it had CO2 canisters for certain parts. The lightsaber handle is metal. It's go ahead, check my bag. There ain't gonna be any weapons in there. There might be schoolwork related stuff in there, maybe. I don't know. There's gonna be food and water bottles. That's it.
Did you have to go through peace bonding first?
And then I went through security and then peace bonding. I think it was.
Was peace bonding inside or was it outside?
I think it might have been outside, but I don't remember.
Because I thought I saw them like set up in the hallway.
But I hate it when they always peace bond my lightsaber. They always put the thing right where I grip the lightsaber handle.
Oh.
Like, come on, can you peace bond it somewhere else?
Is there something where they peace bonded? Is there like a moving part?
No, it's like no moving parts. The only thing is to turn it on and off.
Huh. Because, I mean, I've never done peace bonding. I know very little about it. I know...
I've had to go through peace bonding training at a convention that I was staffing at. It's like they couldn't pieces certain parts. Like if it was a gun one, it couldn't move.
Right.
And then if it was like a real sword, it had to be blunt.
Yeah.
You know, and like if it was a gun, it had to have the orange tip on it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and stuff.
I know it's different at different.
It is
too, of course. So there's really, you know.
Yeah, at UConn year before last, I had a sword cane as part of my costume, and I got up there and I told them, "Hey, it's a sword cane. I can glue it shut if you want me to." And they were just like, "Well, as long as you promise not to draw it, you're fine." Like,
promise.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. We're saved by a promise.
Yep.
But no, yeah, and at like the convention I staffed at was like, "Oh, your staff? Yeah, you don't need a peace bond." Plus, at the time, the guy I was dating at the time, his mom was the secretary of the convention anyways, so it's like, okay, I guess. You know, they didn't really care if you had a peace bonded or not.
Well, we're gonna have to go to a thrift store to get me some sort of white button shirt for and a bowler. We need to get a bowler for my head, for my steampunk Green Lantern costume.
You could also use a top hat. Those work too.
But I wanted to be different because I have the steampunk goggles. I wanted to have a bowler, but I mean, if I have to do a top hat, I will.
There's a question. How do you make a sword for a cosplay? Because I don't know how to do that.
Green Lantern doesn't use a sword, so.
Well, I do need one for my Lord Elrond cosplay, so.
Like what would you make it out of? Is that
wood? I was gonna try to have wood, but it's like I've never made a weapon for cosplay.
I mean, you could just do a boffer weapon, which is basically just PVC and foam rubber.
Right.
You could also attach a piece of lime green sheet paper to the hilt that says "We'll edit in sword later."
Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
Oh.
I mean, if I don't build a sword, well, then I guess I'll just use a lightsaber for it. Right?
I mean,
you could be Jedi Elrond.
No, that's what it's gonna do. Like for the last day at Wizard World Comic Con.
Well, if you're trying for something that looks fairly realistic, the only way you're really going to accomplish that is going to be
breaking my bank account.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy a replica.
Right, yeah. Like, I was on Etsy a couple days ago and found a wood one for like $82, but it's like...
Yeah, because your other options are very, very labor intensive.
Yeah.
If you want it to look realistic.
Yeah. Because like I have all the dimensions for it written down, but it's like I don't really know how I'm going to get the sword to curve. You know, it's like because I've never really built a sword out of wood.
Hey, some of them curve, some of them don't. So nature makes them that way.
I've been trying to figure out how to build it for like months by looking at videos for it, and I'm like, yeah, I might as well go spend $82.
My penis joke is just going to go off into the ether and just.
We're just going to ignore you.
Yeah.
We're not going to touch that.
I didn't even hear the joke, so.
I said.
Okay, yeah. So So looking at this, I'm thinking that your best bet is going to be to get a replica because
Probably.
that is very ornate and
Yeah, at least you know what
complicated.
sword I'm talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
it's very hard to.
Well, let me see if it's available on.
And then, like, I hired someone to make the costume for me anyway, so. Yeah, I can't sew to make any cosplays at all, so I have to hire somebody to do it. Yeah, no, I'm lazy with that, DJ. I know.
Sounds legit.
I doubt any of us know how to sew.
I don't. Nor am I going to learn.
I could crochet a cosplay.
Of course. Yeah, no. And
Yeah,
it's gonna cost me.
Like go as the sleeve to a sweater.
It's like I'm already using parts of my Anakin Skywalker cosplay for it, so it's like the top, like certain parts of it are already been done, and then it's like certain other parts have to be made, like the armor and stuff.
You're on the southwest part of town. Have you ever been to Scrap?
No.
You need to go to Scrap if you want to look for something to make a sword out of, or I mean, anything. You really need to go there for your raw materials because it's going to be cheap.
It's a store full of
donated crap.
Repurposed crap. We were both going with the crap option. It's literally any.
Yeah, I
people
used to
have
volunteer there.
People bring in used notebooks, like every page has something written on them, and they're selling it to you.
Why?
They have a lot of foam stuff and a lot of metal, wood, plastic, PVC. I mean, like the cardboard tube that a wrapping paper would come on. You know, they have all sorts of raw materials that might be right up your alley and, like I said, cheap, because it's a nonprofit. So all the products are donated to them, and then they sell it to run their nonprofit. So that would be a good place to go. When I volunteered there, I just volunteered in the yarn department. So, but they have yarn and they have fabric, and then there's a whole section of like paper and office products and card making supplies and yeah,
I might have to have my dad take me there one day.
Yeah. And
I talked to him today. I was like, when are we going to start making the sword? He's like, next week. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, though.
You guys should definitely go to Scrap.
Scrap.
I think that would be a really great place for you to check out. Especially because you're probably way closer to it than we are.
Probably. Depends on what street it's on.
It's on, it's basically at the corner of like Burnside and Southwest 18.
Wait, I don't know, but
it's very close to
Providence Park.
Providence Park, yeah. Very close.
Okay. It's like I know where that is at least, but it's like I'm not downtown that often, so that's why it's really rare for me to be downtown.
For anyone watching this, that was a very impromptu cosplay conversation, and I had no intention of putting in the thing because I didn't know it would happen. See, we do things on the fly sometimes.
Isn't that how the show mostly is run at this point?
Well, see, I'm moving away from the random flitter of things and trying to get a little more structure so that people can come to rely on, oh, this week they're going to be talking about this, and that week they're going to be talking about that, not a random conversation of crap that lasts for 4.5 hours.
Right.
So to make sure that I am not a liar, we're going to cover the last topic. It's probably just going to be me asking you things and you guys all nodding and telling me to fuck off. So we'll...
That'll probably be me mostly.
Does anyone know what wuxia is?
Fuck
Isn't
off.
that the genre of storytelling?
It's a genre of Chinese. It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is wuxia. It's about martial arts and wuxia literally stands for wandering heroes. For instance, so I have been reading a lot of wuxia. Well, I've been reading a wuxia web novel because apparently that's how they do the books over there. Is they write them online and just release chapters at a time. So the book that I'm currently reading is a record of a mortal's journey to immortality. I'm on chapter 15 of 230 something. They're only like 6 or 7 pages, and they're super fast to read. But wondering if that would interest anyone else, because I know I'm into kung fu movies a lot, and that is right up my alley.
I think I put the Crouching Tiger, whatever it was, on my Netflix list to watch.
Send me a link. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I think I did. Let me double check.
There are places to read them online, but I downloaded an app. There's actually several apps you can read these translations because they translate. Somebody's translating them actively to English so that we can read them. So the one that I'm reading on currently is known as Wuxia Magic. There's also a Wuxia World app, and Wuxia is Wuxia. The X is a sh sound. So Wuxia World apparently is the more popular of the two, but the book that I'm reading is only available on Wuxia Magic. So I'm going to read that one, and then I'll see what else I can't read on Wuxia World before moving over. But it's good so far. I mean, it's the way I'm reading it at the moment. It seems like an awful simplistic story, but I mean, I don't know how old this book is that I'm reading. And I'm understanding that the translation may not include as flowery a language as would be included in the original text. I mean, they're doing the best they can. But
Right, because certain things get lost in translation.
there's a guy on Wuxia World who does a lot of translations, and apparently he includes footnotes in his stuff to say, this section I went with these particular words because this is what a native reader would understand. This is what you're going to understand. It's as close as I can get you. So I'm interested to read his stuff now because I want to know what's being lost in translation. Hopefully, we'll talk about that in the future also. Now we have 15 minutes to talk about whatever.
I'm so curious why Tricia has 4 pictures of, Paul McCartney on her shirt.
4 of them.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, 2 of the same piece, so.
Well,
I think they're all 4 the same.
Yeah, they're all 4 the same. It's just in 4 segments. They that is a shirt we got at the first Paul McCartney concert we went to.
Yeah. He came to Fargo in 2014.
Very interesting show. I mean, I recognized a hell of a lot more songs than I figured because, I mean, as just Paul McCartney, you never know if he's going to stray away from like general Beatles stuff or if he's only going to play his stuff or if he's going to do with everything. So, but he includes a little mishmash of it all.
I don't even listen to the Beatles.
I guarantee you heard at least one song from the Beatles that you were unaware is a Beatles song.
Yellow Submarine?
What?
Is a Beatles song? Yes.
When we saw, well, basically he played solo work. He played Wings songs, which I'm not really into. But I recognize a lot of them. And then there were a lot of Beatles songs. And then in the last show, when we saw him in Portland last year, he also did some super early work from before the Beatles were the Beatles, and they were the Quarrymen.
All right.
Cool. So they did a couple Quarrymen songs, which I wouldn't have recognized at all.
And the most elaborate of the songs that he played includes pyrotechnics and lights and all that, and that's Live and Let Die.
Yeah, well, that's also a Bond song.
Yeah, I was like, that like James Bond.
He wrote it for Bond. I mean,
Right.
he was asked to write that song for Bond. So yeah, he did that. And then the other, the one that caught us both off guard is there's a song called "Temporary Secretary."
Oh man.
They started playing it, and I'm like, what is going on?
He's done some newer work with other artists, and I think one of the bands that he was part of was called like the Firemen, something like that. And yeah, they're kind of off in left field. I mean, it's like if you think about, okay, you listen to the Beatles and then you try to picture what would they sound like today. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
And that seems to be apparently what will happen if the Beatles were making music today.
All right.
It was interesting, that's for sure. And I was trying to find.
My dad loves the Beatles, so like he'll.
Oh, here. In fact, I still have our photos. I still have on my phone from the show in Fargo in 2014. Let's see. All of my pictures here are kind of blurry.
2014. That was like the first time I ever went to a concert, and I saw a Celtic band.
We did. Shiny. There he is. He's at his piano. This show, we paid a huge amount of money for tickets.
And we get on the floor.
Yeah, we were in floor seats, like right in the center.
I can't imagine being in the first 10 rows because when he did Live and Let Die, I was warm when the fire was hot. We were in like row 20 something and I was hot.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Trying to find. Oh, this is probably when he played something because he played a ukulele.
Huh.
And basically, we saw him, 2 years apart on 2 different tours, but his format was almost identical. So we heard a lot of the same songs with the same story before he played them, about why he wrote them or what influenced it or what have you, I guess. But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you can't really make up a new story every time. It's kind of like history, you can't make it up unless you're a Republican. So it has to be the same every time. But man, and then he did encores. This show, it was called New, so that was his graphic that he used a lot from 2014.
One of the songs I was thinking of using for the Spectre show opening was Save Us, which is a Paul McCartney song on the new album because it rocks.
Nice.
But you have to listen to Temporary Secretary, and you have to know going into that it is a Paul McCartney song. So when you're listening to it, just go, this was a Beatle.
Yeah, it's totally out of left field.
Oh, it's awesome, but you're staring at it going, how did this come out of
a Beatle?
How did this come out of a Beatle?
Oh, I don't like that song. I can't find my videos. I had videos. I was going to try to find the one of Live and Let Die. It's really hard to see, but I mean, it was just literally a screen of explosions. Oh, let me try to.
No, I can tell there's fire everywhere.
You can tell there's like fire and smoke and that was just trying to take.
The last concert I went to was over Christmas, and that was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh.
Let me tell you, not what I expected.
Yeah?
No, my parents were gonna thought, oh, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be a boring regular orchestra, right?
Oh.
And I sat there going, they had expected that. I kind of knew what I was getting into because I had listened to some of their songs in my Pandora, and I just but I didn't expect the pyro or the light show. I didn't expect that.
Wow.
All right. You want a good pyrotechnic concert? Go see this show.
That the Kiss?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I can
yeah,
click on
okay.
it. Who is it?
Rammstein.
Oh, yeah. DJ would go to that.
Stein.
Here we go.
And then I just found out that the band I was thinking of going to see is coming in September, so it's like, okay.
Ooh, I have OK Go videos on here. Sweet.
I do too. Much closer. That's the earliest concert I have on my phone.
Oh man.
The
Yeah,
very
that
first
was
concert I went to was Celtic Woman, so.
Oh.
The first concert that I chose to go to was 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, you mean the rest of them I picked? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I kind of agreed with the second Paul McCartney one, but the that's the one I wanted to go to.
Well, I wanted to go to the Celtic Woman's one, and so my friend's mom paid for the tickets because my friend had graduated from high school, so we got tickets from her mom.
See, the first concert that I actually went to of my own volition was Inflict. And that was, I think, in my sophomore year of high school.
God, I think.
Am I the only one that went with the classic, rock concert of AC/DC?
I would go to AC/DC if I could.
I mean, my grandma dragged me to the Who concert when I was like
That's
7.
One of my very first concerts was Kiss, with the original 4 band members in full makeup.
Nice.
I want to say my first show was probably White Zombie.
Nice.
Let's see, and then, because I was still in high school. It must have been this senior maybe. And then I went to Kiss right after I got out of high school. And then we've got the list of everything I've drug him to. Like Bob Dylan and Weezer, which he liked. Garbage, which you liked. And then there were a few that he just drove me to because he didn't want to go to them. Like
Modest Mouse.
Yeah, Modest Mouse and Camper Van Beethoven.
I guarantee I would have hated that.
No,
one.
you would have hated it. We were gonna see the White Stripes, but they canceled.
All right, I gotta go because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Oh, we're done in 7 minutes anyway.
Yeah, it's over in 7.
I gotta go anyways, and I gotta let the dogs out and whatnot.
Okay.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. And let's see, who else did we go to? Well, we went to OK Go here. And Wilco. I've gone to Wilco a couple times. Hey, we lost Kevin too.
Oh.
Now we've got 2 Paul McCartneys. They're like right in line with the people here on my shirt. They're like right beside you, Kevin. Let's see. God, who else? I can't think of who else we've been to. And you're no help. 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. It's, I don't know.
I was going to go to a Modest Mouse concert last month, but that didn't end up happening. So the most recent one I've been to was the Hot Tuna concert back in like February.
Oh, that name grosses me out.
And the funny thing is, it's just 2 of the guys from Jefferson Airplane. That's
Really?
yeah.
I did not know that.
So it's blues. It was interesting. Of course, I was high the entire time we were there. So.
Oh, we went to a couple of shows that were partial bands. So I guess sort of, but it was Creedence Clearwater Revival, but it was Creedence Clearwater Revisited, and because they didn't have, well, like John Fogerty. But there was a guitarist in it from the Cars. And then there was we saw the Beach Boys that was really just Mike Love and a bunch of other people playing Beach Boys songs.
I need 2 hands for this.
Okay.
See, I've been to a Beach Boys concert once, and they were all just so old.
It was kind of creepy.
Sad though. Like,
Yeah. When I think of the Beach Boys show compared to the Paul McCartney show, like the Beach Boys one just stank of, I'm here for the money.
Yeah, it was very. I was uncomfortable with the 70-year-old man rubbing himself on stage at even worse, at a state fair.
Yeah, it was the North Dakota State Fair. He was just kind of creepy.
see, we had much cooler people playing at our fairs.
Oh, North Dakota is like all hair bands. I mean, in country.
A couple of years back, the fair where I lived had, I think it was 3 Days Grace played.
Oh.
And then they didn't get paid and were never invited back for another one because they were told beforehand that they weren't allowed to play Riot.
Oh.
And then when they were on stage, for their last song, they're like, you know what? No one tells us what we can and can't play, so... So they forfeited their entire payment and are never allowed to come back.
Wow.
Principle. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that reminds me, I went to the Warped Tour one year. So I saw a ton of bands there that I don't remember. I know one of them was Real Big Fish. And another was the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. And then there were a whole bunch of others.
Well, as my drink says, stay classy. Says it on the
Okay.
stay classy.
What does that have to do with anything?
I wanted to be included.
Well, then you should have thought of some shows that we went to. Or that you dropped me off at.
Hey.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, I have to use another browser.
That actually reminded me. Thank you. I need to buy my ticket for Warped Tour this year. Need to make sure to get that done.
God, the year I went, I mean, that was a long time ago. I think Dan was still married to his first wife. Because we met Dan and Kyle there. Sean and I did.
Okay.
It was in Fargo.
Yeah.
One of the stops is Portland, so could totally go this year.
I'm pretty sure I told her about it, and then she was like, "Why would I want to do that?"
I'm pretty sure that at this point I probably won't know a single person who's there.
Well, let me take a look at the band lineup.
Okay.
You do that.
You read them off, and I'll let you know when I recognize something.
And while we're waiting, Metal, I'm glad you could join us for the end of the show.
Okay, so we've got Attila, who I don't even know who they are.
Nope.
Bowling for Soup.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone knows them.
No.
I don't.
CKY. I don't know them.
Nope.
Can't kill yourself.
Hawthorne Heights.
Nope.
Seriously, you don't know who they are?
Nope.
Nope.
Let me just skip through to the people that I think you might know. Falling in Reverse.
No.
Nope.
What? Hatebreed.
Nope.
Nope.
Jeez, you guys.
I know him.
Guar.
Wait, what?
Guar.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Guar.
Who does know
Okay.
Guar?
I don't want to know Guar.
I don't want to see them.
Ooh, Ailstorm is going to be there this year.
Nice. Nice. That's an old thing.
Ailstorm is pirate metal. It's amazing.
Oh, I think we talked about that.
We did.
Um,
And I missed a complete opportunity to name last week's episode Pirate Metal. I do apologize for that.
let's see here. Jesus, this is Goldfinger. I know Goldfinger.
James Bond villain.
The Ataris.
Yeah. Save Ferris sounds familiar. Let's see here. I like that name, Barb Wire Dolls.
I just linked Ailstorm video.
Plain
Why?
white tees.
Which one did you link?
It's just watch it.
Well, I mean, I know most of their songs. Just
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it for them. So
oh, okay. Okay, so no, I don't even recognize most of the bands that are going to be there this year. It's
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I named the other ones that I recognize, but yeah, there's like 5 on a list of 50.
damn.
so what? You're not interested in finding new music to listen to?
Honestly,
No.
no. I get so there's so little that I like anymore that's new. I mean, I listened to music before I was born is my favorite, I guess. I mean, there's a few newer bands, but it all seems to be bands that I liked more so right after high school. If they're still a band, you know, those are who I seem to still like the most for any sort of new music. But no, I don't know. It takes something very specific to get me to like music.
See, you and I are very different. I find a new band at least once a week to listen to.
I used to, and then it just quit. It just ended. But no, most of my listening, like if I use Pandora Radio or something, it's almost all in the 70s, 60s, before I was around. Like,
See, I barely listen to anything that's more than 10 to 15 years old.
I pretty much listen to OK Go, I listen to Wilco, and then I listen to everything from the 60s and 70s. I pick up on the Dandy Warhols every once in a while because I have to go hang out with them one of these Christmases and go to one of their shows because that's something I have to do. But I've loved them forever. So I try to listen to them every once in a while, but like when we listen to Welcome to Night Vale, they always the weather is always a band music, and I'm almost, or I think I'm in the episode 60 something right now, and I think I've liked maybe 2 songs that they've played.
And I've only liked 3, and I'm on the newest episode, so it's been a long time. I hate to cut this conversation off, but we have to stop the recording, and we're going to talk some after show just amongst the rest of us. But for the viewers, we will see you next week. We have a special guest next week, David Quinn. I'm not sure what he's going by these days. From the Periodic Table of Awesome podcast. He's Australian, so he'll have an accent. And
Which is good, because he can replace me for the week.
Yes, well, and Rachel apparently too. So we'll see the rest of you next week, and if you guys hang on, I'll see you. We'll keep talking here in just a minute.
Post show. Go.